Hi everyone, Matt here from the Niagara Region Interpretive Programs Office of the New York State Parks. And what do we have here? Yes, this is one of our beautiful native orchid species that tends to bloom into late May, first week of June, and some of you probably recognize it as pink Ladyslippers. And this is one of our native orchid species, and orchids are unique in that they need help from what we call mycorrhizal fungi in the soil. So basically what that means is the seeds of this plant need a fungus that's in the soil to help it grow. The seed doesn't have enough nutrients on its own to start growing like many other plants do. It needs the fungus to find it and make a connection with it, and the fungus will provide the seeds with nutrients early in its life. Eventually the plant gets older, like these ones here. Some can live up to 20 years old. And when they're older, they can photosynthesize and produce sugars from photosynthesis, and they give the fungus nutrients in return. So it's kind of a mutual benefit. The fungus gives the plant nutrients early on, and as the plant gets older, it gives nutrients back to the fungus. So pink Ladyslippers, unfortunately, kind of a declining species in some of its footholds, and deer overbrowsing is a big issue, as well as people. Unfortunately, people see this flower and understandably think it's beautiful, and they want to bring it home, have it in their garden. But because of that special connection this plant has with the fungus in the soil, if you dig it up and try and transplant it, it probably won't survive because that connection with the fungus has been disrupted. You might also notice with these big flowers, bumblebees flying around it. This plant is pollinated by bumblebees, but it's tricky. The bumblebee will enter the flower, but there's no nectar. It's attracted to the sight and the sweet smell that the flower gives off, but it gets inside there. There's no nectar for it, unfortunately. But it does tumble around inside this pink Ladyslipper. It gets covered in pollen. Finally, it finds its escape through the slit, and it'll go off to another plant. Once it enters the other plant, it's underneath the stigma. It's exchanging the pollen that it just acquired from a different plant, successfully pollinating this new plant. So it's pollinated by bumblebees. So this is just a quick introduction to a wonderful plant that I hope you're able to get outside and discover this year for yourself. Pink Ladyslipper right here on this beautiful sunny day. So thanks for watching, guys, and I look forward to seeing you again on our next video.